Alright, so if you click this video, it's probably for the exact same reason why I looked at a bunch of water softener videos. So I didn't know anything about a water softener before I got this. We just had mineral deposits like you probably do on the shower heads and the refrigerator water dispenser and different things like that. That was really the whole reason why we decided to get the softener. We got brand new appliances, and it was just kind of annoying to have a brand new refrigerator with mineral deposits on it already. So what I decided to do was I grabbed this Rheem water softener. I forget the exact capacity, but they had two different ones when I was there. They had a larger one that said it did up to 6 people, and then this one here that it said it did up to 4 people. So that was plenty enough for me and my wife. But what I also decided to do was I also installed this GE just whole home water filter also. So it was pretty straightforward. Like I said, I didn't know anything about any of this until I did a bunch of research, but it's really straightforward. So all I did, the main water line comes in over there. It goes up, goes across here into here. So this is the main feed for the whole house. Now you can sweat the copper lines if you wanted to. I mean, I know how, but I just didn't feel like it really, and I didn't care so much about the money. So I use these Sharkbite fittings and PEX. They are pretty expensive. They were maybe $11 a piece, but they came in, you could buy bulk packs of 4. I think it saved $1 or $2, I don't know. But anyway, so this was the main line and it continued through here. So I cut this, routed it down, and then this connection here, you're going to have to buy 2 flex hoses. So these were right by the water softener and the filter, that whole section. So they have a Sharkbite fitting, 3/4 inch, and then they have your normal, it's going to be hard to tell, but your threaded, yeah, you can't see, but the threaded fitting on the other end. So you'll need 2 of those. So that, like I said, the main supply goes down into the water softener. And then out of the softener, what I did was came up, short little piece just to connect the elbow and the flex line. Then I went into the water filter, out of the water filter, back up, routed over to follow the input, and then back into the house. So doing it this way, not only is the entire house softened, but it's also filtered. So there were different filters, like different size filters also. I got the smaller one. I mean, like I said, it's only my wife and I. It was a little bit cheaper, but even the bigger one wasn't too expensive. And then the Sharkbite connectors, these come together in a pack that's meant specifically for the water filter. So that just threads in. You just want to Teflon tape that and just make sure it says in, out. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. So this, you just change the filter. It's this guy every 3 months. For a 2-pack, I think it was like $11 roughly. Yeah. So as far as the water softener, it took about, I want to say, I just put salt in it, but it took about 5 bags, I think. But if you follow the instructions oh, here it is. So it's the RHS32. They're really straightforward. The instructions, super easy. If you follow that when you program everything here, really all it does, it asks for the amount of salt you put in, the type of salt you put in, and when you want to schedule it to cycle through and wash out the actual tank. So you can kind of see the tank in here, this guy. So the way a softener works, and like I said, I didn't know anything about water softeners, but the water goes into, looks like a scuba tank that's full of like a gel kind of silica bead. Filters everything through. The gel beads grab all of the minerals out of the water. Then at a certain point, once those gel beads are fully saturated with minerals, then the actual salt holding tank has a low level of brine, just water that's mixed in with the salt. Then that flushes through the scuba tank looking thing, and that actually pumps through. There is, it's a little easier to see. So there's a drain line. You might not be able to tell, but there's two lines that come out of here. One is a drain that it's scheduled for every night at, I think, 2 a.m. It cycles through and cleans out the tank. And then the other is overflow. So those you want to go directly into a drain, but just know that it's full water pressure. So you don't want to just lay it like in a sink or in a drain. Eventually I'm going to cut the concrete and put a physical drain under the ground, but for now I ran it. I just built a stupid little boxed in channel just so, you know, I'm not stepping on them. But then over here, that pipe comes from, there's a wash sink over here. So I just cut it, and before it elbowed down, and then I just put a T and ran those down into it. You see a little better. And then I drilled 2 holes and put a zip tie through it so the loop is on the inside. And then I zip tied the 2 hoses to that T. And on the bottom of the T I put, it probably goes down into the main drain 6 inches, so it's all the way down in there. Yeah, so that seemed to do the trick. All in all, I want to say I spent, I don't know, $500 to $600 ish on everything, between all the fittings, the filter, the softener. The softener itself was $375, I think. The filter was only $30 maybe, like the housing, and then the filters for 2 were like $11. PEX is really cheap. The pipe itself, the fittings are really what get you. Each of these were like $10-11, and then the water filter, Sharkbite, these 2, like I said, they come together. They were, I don't know, $20 maybe for the whole kit, just the pipe. And the flex lines, I don't even remember, $10 maybe a piece. So yeah, all in all, it was like 500 and change, I think. I don't remember, but that's basically it. So when you go through the whole setup, the instructions, it'll tell you, once it's all hooked up and you make sure you don't have any leaks, then you'll run the water at one of the faucets for, I believe it was a half hour or 45 minutes, just to flush out the filter, just like you would your refrigerator or any kind of Brita, you know, charcoal filter you want to run water through. And the same with the softener. You just want to make sure water runs through the whole tank and cycles everything out. Yeah, so the main things, you just need to put this somewhere near the main water line. It needs to be near a drain, and it also needs power. It's just, right now it's a little rigged. It's just this small little power cord that's plugged in right on the other side of this wall. I'm just gonna drill a hole and pop it through, or put an outlet over here eventually, but for now that's it. So yeah, I know I kind of rambled for a little bit, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to explain the best I can. I'm by no means a plumber or anything like that, but yeah, I'm definitely handy. So I figured it out, and I'm sure you'll figure it out too. All right, thanks.